Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's Brainiac FM, or Taylor from Brainiac FM, and today we're, we just kind of finished a Dark Souls stream. I'm thinking about going back to it. I haven't changed the stream game name or anything like that, but I'm taking a short break to play a game that I know that I'm good at. I hope you like the background. And you know what? You guys can't even see the game. I left my really cool opening thing going on. So this game is I would say, spiritual successor to Agar.io. I was going to say, look at this big guy trying to get me, but he can't. Let's get right into this, and let's try to do a little bit better. Again, I love playing this game. This is my recharging game, mostly because I put myself in a place in Dark Souls, which is so embarrassing, because like when I would normally play the game, I would never put myself in that situation. But I've essentially put myself in the middle of Blight Town with no weapons, because I'm an idiot, and focused on the wrong things early on. So what's the point of this game? You dig and you grow. Big part of it, and the other thing is you eat other players and try to get bigger. Oh, this guy, 8T8, I'm coming after you. I don't know what I'm gonna do if there's offensive names, because there's plenty of offensive names, because no one can. Yeah, see, like if you look in the top, you can see that there's already offensive names, and they usually do well. I don't know why. This music is actually slamming. I paid for a license to be able to... Oh, okay, you know what? Both of those guys could totally crush me. So we're gonna go this way. Yeah, no, I'm... first off, I'm digging the stream vibe right now. I think the music that I'm gonna be adding to my streams is gonna put me above and beyond all the other streamers, mostly because I was willing to pay $300 for a sound effects and music license. Now this gentleman right here, he's in a bad spot. Just kind of waiting for him to use any of his boosts, and then I'm gonna take him. This guy knows. This guy knows, even though I'm like about the same size, I can still take him. I'll eat this little guy. Get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. I'm still following him. Even though I took that little guy out. You know what? We're gonna HC buff GRVBC. Again, it's really fun when like people can like pick their own names for stuff. This is the Brainiac Live Super Show, and welcome. You'll hear sultry music and the sultry sounds of my voice. Do you guys like this? All right. Well, what is our goal here? One, it's to I want to build up my my confidence before I go back into Dark Souls. I'm going back. We're playing it again. I've always wanted to do a Let's Play of Dark Souls, and I'm a little upset that I've gotten so far into my... Are you gonna... Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Some people will just throw their lives away so easily. This guy should be attacking me. Oh, there's somebody like actually like saying anything in this song that I'm listening to. Gonna wait for my HP to get big enough, and then I'm gonna circle back and kill this guy. Come on, dig out that. There you go. There you go. We got 70,000. To keep that in perspective, the guy on the top has 500,000. It's actually not that big of a difference, especially if you can destroy a bunch of smaller players. We got 0 viewers. Isn't that excellent? I think that's excellent. I think a big reason why I didn't really want to get into streaming is mostly because like I have such a hard time starting with nobody watching, because it's like, what's the point? But you know what? The point is to have fun streaming, I think. Give Amazon all your money. Thanks for eating up that ore patch for me. This guy probably feels like he's going to get away, but he's not. All love, you're going to be destroyed by Brainiac FM. We're coming after you. We're coming after your buns. Let's get him. I've almost hit 100,000. And once you hit 100,000, it's a lot less likely you'll be destroyed by somebody else on the map. It's nice when you get up to like in like the top rank of people and you know that the only people who can take you out are the other big people on the server. Oh, I'm coming after you. This guy's so doomed. I wish Darksouls was this easy. Bee Killer. I can't say I approve of that, but you know what? King JK or GK, I'm coming after somebody. Or nobody. That guy, I don't know if he was a bot or what, but this guy's playing with fire. He should have really got out of my area. Really should have, especially since he's clearly been playing for a little bit. I don't like to use my HP if I don't need to. We'll catch up. We'll catch up. That little guy's going to be huge now. Thought that he'd try to take me out. This guy can't run fast enough. See, now, I think that a big part of this game is having some damn patience. That guy had... That guy... Like, I knew that there was going to be a big line of magma coming eventually, because, like, we're in the area of the game that's kind of, like, encircled by lava. So eventually he was going to come to a really bad spot. Sometimes the lava can be good to get away from the bigger players. I'm trash. Oh, ho, ho. I'm coming after you. You can use your little sad emoticon as much as you want. I'm still coming after that guy. Come on. Please do not eat. This person has... don't tell me I'm trash. I'm coming after you. Oh, you know what? Probably be wise to just get the heck out of Dodge here, because there's always a bigger fish. It looks like one of the top players is coming after my butt now. Let's show him how it's done. I'm using some of my HP. I'm kiting him. Damn. All right, well, now that I've lost in that, I did well. I got 145,000 points, almost in the top players. But you know what? Let's get back into Dark Souls. That's right. I'm going back. Dark Souls Remastered. Ultimate game. 50 years ultimate game of all time of games. That's crazy. I don't know who bestowed that honor, but somebody did. I'm dreading going back into the game because I put myself in a really negative spot. I almost didn't even want to turn that wonderful music off. didn't want to turn it off, but I will. And I did. You know what? I ran out of battery right at the end. I'm going to have to go back if I want to play it. Do I want to have to go get batteries or not? Do I want to have to go get batteries or not? Yeah, I'll go get batteries. I'll be right back. Put up my overlay. Ugh. I should have left the beautiful music out for you guys. Hello. Let's go to my opening because now there's nothing. All right. We're getting back into Dark Souls. This is the playthrough I'm playing for my Let's Play, and I've already embarrassed myself by getting stuck in Blighttown. I'm literally stuck in Blighttown right now. So I'm just putting in my batteries here. Because my controller, by the way, it's 2020, and my controller ran out of battery. Things that I should never have to say. Why? Why doesn't this have like a battery that just charges by itself? It's just beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. And I know I could just get rechargeable batteries. They've had those ever since I was a kid. But come on. Who wants to use those? All right. Never you mind the Dark Souls sounds that are coming out of the back. Windowed. Let's go full screen. All right. Are you guys ready to come back to my personal hell? Because this is it. This is my personal hell. Playing Dark Souls live, but I've pretty much gotten myself super stuck. I don't normally get so stuck so early on. But here we are. So I don't know what the best way to go through this would be. Because, again, I'm stuck. I've got... I have an Uchi-Katana +5, but I can't use it. Because it's broken. But I can barely use the long sword that the game gives you because, you know. I can barely use the long sword because it's not upgraded at all, and I'm horrible. I do have magic weapon, which should do some good work for me. But as you can see, I pretty much used all my experience or all of my endurance there. I'm running past you. Well, that was an unintentional speedrun strat right there. I think I probably needed that. Probably be a long, long time until anyone follows us down here. I think one of our biggest focuses should be, you know what? I guess I'll just go up here because this guy's bullying me. I'm just going to go up this ladder. Come on, come on, come on. Make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. I should have given myself a little bit more Estus, I feel. That guy's going to be crawling up after me. This is like the least I can do to make my sword even remotely usable. Again, I'm in a bad spot. So I got to use all the cheesy strats I can. Never thought I'd be this stuck in Blighttown. Come on. Are you coming up? I've spent enough time in Blighttown, don't you think? Oh, he's just having a laugh down there. And I said fall control wasn't useful. This guy's kind of calmed down. Yeah, it looks like great magic weapon's actually going to do some good work for us early on here. I think this is nothing. So what did we learn? Big important lesson. Always buy the repair box if you're going to do this level naturally, because you're going to need it. Thankfully, great magic weapon's doing some good work for us. I'm glad I took a little bit of a break in between. I'm feeling very refreshed. Great, now I'm toxic. Scratch that. Scratch all that. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Come on, 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 come on. No! I was almost there. I should have just ran for it. Run, Forrest, run. I'm such an idiot. I'm such a big idiot. I was almost there. All right. I think it's pretty wise to just stay out of these guys' range here. Run down here. Is there anything over here? Why am I even looking? Just run. Just run, dude. Doing some good dodge rolls. Ooh. Maybe this is what I'm looking for down here. I doubt it, though. Oh, I got a whip. Castlevania style. No! At least I got the whip. At least... That's horrible. I'm doing horrible. I always wondered what my first Dark Souls Let's Play would look like. Can I even use the whip? I can. All right. All right. This is, I've never used this weapon. But who says a magic whip can't save us? I don't think I've ever even collected that weapon. I think there's like other iterations of the whip you can get later, but I don't think I've ever gotten that one in particular. A lot of people like to use whips with pyromancy characters, which is cool. I believe whips are supposed to be specifically very good against enemies without any armor, which thankfully all of these enemies are like that. Good dodge roll. Just gonna leave through that way. I got my whip. That's all I need. Although it's probably really dumb to take the whip. Although now it's a magic whip, so get wrecked, internet. This is horrible. Why did I take the whip? I wanted to be like Simon Belmont from Castlevania. Oh. Maybe, you know, when you're stuck in Blighttown, it's probably not the best time, I would imagine, to try out a new weapon. But, you know, I wanted to see what it'd be like, and I regretted everything about that. I wonder what the heavy attack looks like. Again, it'd be so cool to use. Not right now. Not right now. And I really wish I could use this. Looks like I need 20 decks to use it. And I have 17. And it's not like I have anything to raise my decks. I'm going to use the longsword again. So if you're just tuning in, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get out of Blighttown. But I have broken my katana, and I have no way to repair it at this point. So now I kind of just got to make like a mad dash to the exit here. Nope, that's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to be. These zombies are no joke. Any of these guys could kill me in like 1 or 2 hits. Did that guy try to push me off the ladder? That's very rude. They're gonna have to follow me quite a bit if they want to get me. Quite a bit. You know what? Why am I even fighting these guys when I can run right past them? That's why you fight them. That's why you fight them. I think that, like, in terms of strategy for this part of the game, in terms of strategy, I'm going to need to, I would say, just run past all of these guys, and then once I get to a certain point, there's nothing you can do. You kind of got to fight those firebugs down there. If I die one more time, I will, I'll kindle the bonfire to give myself a better, more survivable chance at this area. Gotta give myself all the advantages that I can. Okay, so now that I'm at this point in the level, we've stealthily evaded all of the chances at combat that we could. But now things get real. Now I actually got to fight some guys. Well, that was a bad choice. That was a bad decision, and I've already gone back. I've already gone back on it. We lured that guy past the point of no return. Now I just got to focus on not getting poisoned, and if I get poisoned, don't panic. Yep. I knew that a part of me knew. A part of me knew it was going to happen. It's a big bad down there. And, oh, yep, I'm dead. I'm dead. We're so close to the bottom, I can taste it. I mean, I wouldn't want to taste this bottom in particular, but, yeah. If you've ever wanted to see a man who was bad at video games, this would be the time. I said that I'd kindle that bonfire, and I didn't. I lied. I said I'd do a lot of things that I never ended up doing. It's like the story of my life. Went to school for radio, did nothing in that. Nothing. This is the closest thing I even come to radio, and I don't do it well. Get out of my way, dude. Get out of my way. I'm supposed to be playing this game, not running from it, but there's not much I can do in this particular circumstance. All right. First thing I'm going to do. I don't want to panic anymore. I absolutely don't want to panic. And I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic. It's not happening. He's dead. We took out one. And here's another one. Just very thankful he didn't do the lunge attack or I'd be dead straight up. Okay, so we have everything we need to not get poisoned. Or if we do get poisoned, to not be poisoned for very long. All right. This is where you get poisoned if you're not careful. If you're not careful, you can get poisoned from this area. As you can see, he just keeps going for it. And I am toxic. Come on, Estus up. Now run. Run. This is your chance. You can do it. Light bonfire. Sit at bonfire. Please just let me sit at this bonfire. We did it. We did it. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad. I'm very impressed. Finally. And what are we gonna do now? Well, we're gonna have to go repair our scimitar if we want. Our katana if we want to actually be able to do anything down here. But the fact that we made it is good. This is a chonky enemy. It takes a lot to kill him. He's dead. So, you know, this is the back way through the depths. If you don't want to have to go through the depths like I did, which I can see why you wouldn't. If you're not interested in dressing up like a ninja, the depths is kind of like a totally passable area and very annoying. So would I recommend doing the depths? Also, if you want the power within, that's the only way to get it as well. So I want to consider that. And we're not out of the woods yet because as I was saying, we are not out of the woods yet. As you can see, because I'm still in Blighttown, and I still don't have my Uchi Katana. And that's what I need. I think it's cool that your your weapons can break. I also think I remember seeing... Yeah, I don't think we have it. Yeah, I remember seeing repair powder and being like, maybe I should take that, because the katana... The problem with the katana, it does a ton of damage. Well, not a ton, but like it does a lot. It does a significant amount of damage, but it breaks a lot easier than most other equipment. So a repair box is pretty necessary. You think I care? Absolutely not. I'm also hoping that, because I don't think I'm going to be able to afford the repair box once I go up there. Unless there's like a boss I can beat near Andre of Astora, and I think there is one. I think I can go fight the Titanite demon, which would be cool. I would dig that. We've been playing for half an hour, and in that half an hour, we were able to get kind of out of the area that we were having so much difficulty with. Although to get out of this area, if I want to defeat all the enemies, is quite a gauntlet. Now, I could go that way and try to upgrade my Estus shard, but I think I'm going to wait till I actually have a weapon that's good to be able to do that. Even though I'm going... yeah, no, that area is really frustrating, even if you have everything you need. So I'm not going to go there when I don't have that much stuff to get through the area with. It's crazy to take on those guys with like a non-leveled up weapon. They're really tough. There's that power within ability that we can no longer get. And you know, I'm probably not going to go back through the depths to find it unless I do it off camera. Gonna want to open up this chest. Key to New Londo Ruins. It's what you need in this area. All right, so how do I want to do this? I'm gonna play it safe. I'm not too bad at taking out these guys. The thing that makes this area difficult is it's very easy to trigger one of the other guys to come and attack you. There is a miracle you can get that repairs your weapons as well, but I think it's only in the DLC, so you wouldn't be able to get it till later anyway. And by that point, you already have a bottomless box, so what's the point? Yeah, I accidentally triggered both of them. I'm running by them. Fuck. Screw it. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, we do not have what it takes to beat the boss right now. I could go this way and get a... I could continue down this path and get some good stuff, but I'm good. I got my Catechus shield. I don't need to get the shield that I like always use. Especially not at this point. All right, so here is New Londo Ruins. This area is a late game area. You can go over there and it's like a haunted, spooky area, and it's a lot of fun. I would say out of the late game areas, it's one of the more interesting ones. Just because, like, again, you see it so early on, or have the ability to come down here and see it so early on. There's a lot of really good items and stuff down here, including a merchant that doesn't normally get seen. So yeah, if you're just starting Dark Souls for the first time, this is an area worth coming down to, just because again, there's like you get spells and stuff down here that you wouldn't normally be able to get until a little bit later, especially if you want to use sorceries early on, or if you want to imbue your weapon with magic, which I never like to do. I hate that imbuing your weapon with magic. I would imagine it'd be good for like certain types of builds where like, you know, you're mostly using like casting or whatever, so your magic's coming from something else. And thankfully she's still here, but she can upgrade our Estus Flask, which should have done a while ago. We're going to have Estus Flask +2 eventually. And now it's really important to not sleep at that bonfire, especially if you're going the route that I'm going. Because we're going to want to be able to get back to that bonfire that we rested at in the depths. And there's no real reason to stay at a bonfire early on. Character definitely looks a lot cooler. Payday 2 is in 2 days. Is now playing Team Fortress 2. Who is that? Who is that? I don't know who that is on my friends list. But it's kind of annoying that their name is Payday 2 is in 2 days. Makes no sense. All right, thank goodness. I thought I'd never make it back here. Well, I didn't know how long I was going to be stuck in the depths, because that's, like, honestly a very difficult area. And by the depths, I do mean Blighttown. What are you making down there? Give him the large ember. Let's repair equipment. Uchikatana +5. It is now fully repaired. We can use it. Thank goodness. Reinforced weapon. Where is my Uchikatana? Oh, I guess I can't. Except for, like, when I get one large Titanite shard, I can upgrade it to +6. Since that didn't take too much in the way of our consumables, and since we went through Blighttown, we actually got a bunch of consumables here. I'm going to use all of our consumables to upgrade the E-Auto as much as I possibly can. I won't be able to use it to start, but that's all right. The important thing is to upgrade it while you're here. But also, now that I think about it, purchase item. So you can reinforce weapons with this, but I don't find that this one's as valuable as the repair box in general. So I'm just going to buy a repair box, and then I'm going to purchase as many of these as I can. Well, not as many as I can, I guess. And then I'm going to level up my E-Auto as much as I possibly can. So to get it to +5, I'm going to need 3. Force weapon. E-Auto +5. Sweet. So now that I've done that, and then I can actually equip my my amazing weapon. Actually, 2 amazing weapons. The Uchikatana is a little bit better than the E-Auto in terms of how much damage it puts out. Why am I fighting this guy? 1, I want to feel like I'm good at the game after feeling so bad at it. But 2, mostly I just really want the souls it'll give me for the level up so I can use the E-Auto when I'm done fighting this guy. There is a good shield in the area right after this that I could go grab. That I might go grab. But again, I don't want to die once I've killed this guy. And there is a decent chance that you'll die. Oh. That was a good dodge. That attack was pretty much unavoidable there. That attack can really mess you up if you're not prepared for it. All right, he's down for the count. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. They're not dead unless you see the corpse. It's storybook rules. All right, got Demon Titanite out of that and 2,000 souls. Very nice. I think I've decided that I am going to go into this area and try to get that shield that's very good. And then I might even spend these souls on upgrading that shield to try to make it at least a little comparable to this shield that we have now. There's also armor in this area that I could get and use. Although I don't think I have the stats to wear it and wield it. We're going to want to go this way. When the path forks right, you want to go right. Going to switch to my soul arrow. Darkroot Basin. I know kind of where the tough enemy is, but these lizards will do anything to get out of your way. Although that's really good. It's really good drops at this point in the game. That enemy is somewhere. Everybody's somewhere. Yeah, I know I know he's in this direction. There he is. Probably pretty mad that I used that attack on him. These are the Dark Knights you don't, like, I find you don't see as much, like the ones with the spears. Or it's not the ones you think of the most. I don't think that this guy's gonna prove too much of a difficulty for us. Although the moment I say anything, of course that's when I'm gonna die. I was gonna announce his death and thought better of it. What we were trying to get down in this area was this, the Grass Crest Shield, which is a pretty great shield. It doesn't do much in the way of physical damage protection, but it will help regeneration, which is good. I'm going to light this bonfire, but I'm not going to sit at it. All right, now it's time for Mission Impossible. Do I even have... I don't have a ring of favor and protection, which essentially lets me keep all my it lets me keep all my my stuff when I die. I wish I had it for this next part because there's a very decent chance I'm gonna die here. This is the ultimate risk-reward strat. If I do this right, I'll be able to go back down to Quelaag's domain, and I'll be very much well prepared. This is an area you probably shouldn't be in at this point in the game, but I'm here. The Valley of the Drakes. All right. So the way in which to do this is to just cheese them all and run past them all. Easy mode. Easy mode. Let's do this. No! I figured that I would die. I figured that I would die. I wanted to give it a shot, though. I mean, that is like a decent amount of souls gone, but now we're going to be back in Blighttown with everything that we need. So that's all we needed. I'll be right back. I don't know how long the stream's going to go for. I think it's probably going to go as long as until I get tired of playing the game, I guess. I want to eventually cut this up and put it out on the channel as like a Let's Play. So if you guys are watching from the Let's Play, hello. This is episode whatever the fuck. And I hope you guys are having a good time. Be right back. Oh god, Dark Souls isn't in full screen. Okay, let's get right back into it. So now we're finally back. I can't even wield it yet. I would have been able to if I didn't make such a stupid decision last time, but that's okay. We'll eventually go back and get that item. Now that's how you're supposed to kill those guys. Alright, so one thing I'm noticing that's wrong immediately, right from the jump, is, sorry, I do have allergies. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to do is use 2 humanities. Thankfully, twin humanities save a lot of time. Especially early game. So if you get the twin humanities, don't use them until you find a bonfire. Because, like, that's, to me, like, what they're, like, best used for. And we're also going to have an NPC invade us as well, because we're human. But that's okay, because, well, I don't want to spoil what happens, but, we want to summon somebody at the end of so. See, that's being able to actually kill them in the amount of time that you're supposed to kill them. Man-eater Mildred, I knew you were coming. I knew you were coming. She spawns over there. Would have definitely gotten attacked by that attack if I didn't roll. Now you're just being stupid. I feel like I'm used to trading from using great swords and stuff, but it's not as valuable with the scimitar because you don't do that much damage with one hit. All right, we took her down. We got 2 extra Estus out of that. We have 11, which is more than we've ever had. We are poisoned. We're not going to want to use the blooming moss clumps. This is going to be useless, but this will be extremely useful. I don't want to use my purple moss clump, right? Yeah, I guess I do. That will cure poison. The blooming one cures toxic as well as poison, so you don't want to use it unnecessarily. He just galloped in like the Jolly Green Giant. I don't remember that guy being there. He threw his boulder, but a horrifying reality is that he'll just find another boulder. Is it a boulder or is it a poop ball? Because this guy, when you kill him, sometimes he drops poop. I just wonder if this is like the scarab of the Dark Souls world. The scarabs are just dung beetles, right? Or am I wrong on that? I wonder why the Egyptians loved them so much if they were just dung beetles. They're probably not dung beetles, let's be real. It's a very cold day out in Canada right now. It is my favorite time of year. I'm Canadian, by the way. From Ontario. I won't get more specific than that. And it's cold out right now. Shocker. I mean, it's like mid-November, so of course it's going to be cold. No, it's early December. Clearly, I don't have a good time perception. Okay, we're gonna use this. It's our last purple moss clump. Hopefully, we won't need it anymore. I mean, this boss took me forever, and you know, I could say that about literally every single boss, but I remember this one really took me a long time. So if I can beat it the first time, that would make me feel pretty good, I would say. Pretty good in general. So Maneater Mildred invades us, but Maneater Mildred also gives us a nice person to summon for this boss fight. Although, debatably, I would say it's probably better to just like not have Maneater Mildred and just go in it by yourself. Because when you go in with anybody else, when you go into this boss fight with literally anybody else, the boss gets more HP. So I usually it's hard to balance that between it's hard to balance the boss having more HP versus like having somebody for the boss to target, especially somebody like Maneater Mildred, who is not the most survivable of NPCs. As you can see, she's wearing pretty much nothing. Much like this boss. Yowza. Wow. I just didn't know what to say. Actually, this is one of my all-time favorite bosses in terms of design. Not because the boss is half naked from its human form, but just because like I really think this is very cool. All of the Chaos Witches are, I love them. All right, well, like let's hopefully not, I was gonna say hopefully not die right at the beginning. That was horrible. No, the Chaos Witches are probably my favorite characters in Dark Souls, the original anyway. I just think they're really cool. So how do we want to approach this boss at this point? You know what? We beat all of the enemies. Let's try just running right for it. But they're very cool, and one of the reasons that I, had to go through so much trouble in Blighttown is because I didn't get the Master Key. The reason I didn't get the Master Key is because there's one ring I think that is very important to get. Just run. It's okay. How does he run with such stubby legs? And I'm a rotten zombie man, so I won't be able to summon anybody. Probably, that might be good. I mean, we're already 0 for 1 with Quelaag. Quelaag is definitely one of the more imposing enemies in the game. But not one of the hardest. Trust me, if you're gonna go with a boss, someone like Quelaag is good. This is like the one attack that can do a ton of damage to new players. If you don't know what's coming when she prepares for it, then you're probably gonna get some damage done regardless. I would say that this. I don't know how they tried to design her in terms of like what she actually does. I think she punishes players who shield too much. Because, like, just shielding from this attack doesn't really do much for you. You have to get out of the way of it. Also, as you can see, we're not doing that much damage again. So that's why it's important to upgrade your weapons as much as possible. A lot of these early game enemies, they absorb a lot of damage. That's funny. That was a funny death. I have to admit, that was a very funny death. In the hubris of trying to get away from her AoE attack, I stumbled right into lava and then got bounced right back into that AoE attack. If I had just gotten hit by the lava, would have been fine. If I had just gotten hit by the AoE, would have been fine. If I had my shield up, which I believe I did. That sucks. I didn't think we'd be able to kill Quelaag in one go. She can be quite difficult. I also didn't become human. But also with Quelaag, I don't really think it matters as much. Mostly because her attacks are relatively easy to dodge. That is if you don't stumble into lava. Like an idiot. Get out of here. Nobody wants to be attacked by... Oh, okay, great. Great. Try to style on the enemies and they will just style on you in return. Should probably get myself to a safer area before doing that, but we're fine. We're fine. What could we do to prep ourselves? I would say give ourselves a magic weapon before we go through the door. That would probably help. No one's going to be as hard as you are on yourself. Gorgeous view ahead. Excellent, excellent. That was a sniper shot right there. As long as I play intelligently, I think I should be fine. And they're going to use the AoE attack. Try not to get bounced by the lava. I think I realized that's probably the big trap that person, like, that Quelaag uses, which is like, yeah, you know, you try to get away from my AoE. When I say AoE, I mean area of effect for people who don't play a ton of games. It's a very dodgeable attack. I think this enemy is also a lot different from the Gaping Dragon, just because, like, you don't take damage just from being up close to it. And, like, just from the character moving, I don't think you take any damage, which is nice. Guess that's the benefits of being a dragon. We're doing a lot better in this fight with Quelaag. Again, this is a very slow and steady style of fight. I remember there being lava behind me, but I don't know. Use an Estus. Now I'm just like, now I'm afraid from the last one. But again, this game mostly tries to use fear against you, so it's probably why they chose the giant fire spider as this enemy. Most people are afraid of spiders. Although this spider is not as intimidating as like a real spider in my opinion. He's kind of cute. He's like a big demon that just helps, you know? As you can see, this NPC is is probably the inspiration for those enemies that you saw. Oh, see, now if it jumps directly on you, it still does damage, but it feels like less damage than the Gaping Dragon did. geez, no lava behind me. I'm choosing to run a tactical evasion there. That bell is very distracting. Usually I'm listening to a Let's Play or something at this point. All right. We're doing really well. We haven't had to heal much. Getting a little greedy. Although, again, we're getting pretty lucky. I should have probably been using some sorceries in the middle of the fight, but not getting distracted with sorceries has been doing pretty well for us, and just playing consistently has been nice. Come on, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. It's a good attack. When she's done, we can get a few attacks in. And Chaos Witch Quelaag is done, I would say, on like the second real attempt, which is nice. Although, you know, I don't know if I would have died so quickly if I hadn't fallen into the lava or walked into a patch of lava and then gotten bounced right back into the other area. You know, one sec. Can I mute this? I want to mute this. Friends list. Off. Going offline, so I can't see any of that stuff. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people coming in playing games. We have now rung the second bell of awakening. Mark's actually a pretty big point, because this is, I would say, the end of the early game. So in one stream, although it has been 4 hours, we have done this. Oh, snap. We've triggered other things in the game. Oh, this is pretty cool. I never usually see these cutscenes later in, so it's kind of refreshing to see. Now that we have destroyed the gauntlet, we can now do Sen's Fortress. So we got a homeward bone, although we already have a buttload of those. I want to go pay my favorite NPC a visit. This is something very cool later. For the longest time, when I couldn't get to the late game of Dark Souls, and I would just play the early game a lot. I always wondered what this would be, and then when I figured out what it was, I was quite pleased. This guy, you got to be careful with what you say to him, because he can, like, just straight up come in to attack you. Yes, I'm a new servant.
You have no eggs. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
By the way, when I said my favorite NPC, this is not my favorite of the NPCs. He is pretty funny, though. So we've seen characters with like egg sacs on their backs, like in the entrance to Quelaag's domain. This is what happens when you've like gotten, I guess, the most of the egg sacs that you possibly can. Actually, in the game, you can, if you get attacked by a certain enemy that like can spawn out of this guy, I think the maggots, you can get an egg sac like this guy has, and they can grow. I believe it actually does something for combat. I'm not really interested in that so much. What I am interested in is talking to this lady. So I cannot take my ring of favor and protection off because if I do, it'll break. So I'm gonna put on this ring, which is the old witch's ring. It's my favorite starting item because if you get it, you can actually understand what this lady's saying. So this is Quelaag's sister. This person, or this, I guess you could say, thing, was once what you would consider like a person, I would imagine. This is like the fate of what happens to the daughters of the Witch of Izalith. A lot of them were mutated, as you saw with Quelaag, the person we just fought. She was like a horrifying spider monster, and she's kind of like a horrifying spider monster as well, but kind of in a different vein. It seems like she's less focused on combat, and she's a little bit more focused on, I guess, having as many eggs as possible, which is probably why you've seen so many horrifying monsters. So this is like the mother of monsters. So we can reinforce our Estus Flask here. We can enter her covenant, which gives us a pyromancy flame. I guess since we're not in any other covenants, although we'll want to enter Thoris. I was going to say Thoris of Myr, but I don't think that's the name of that guy. Morris of Thurland, something like that. Let's talk to her. Very sad character, and you might wonder why she's my favorite NPC in the game. Just one, I always thought it was really cool that she's like kind of hidden away here. I will rest at this bonfire. It's not, I don't know. It's not my favorite thing to do because like I could like be able to warp to the last bonfire we were at, but later in the game you can warp to this bonfire, so it's good to get there. All right, so what are we going to want to level up? I want to level up my dexterity, so at least I can use the E-auto as much as I want. What else are we going to want to level up? I want to level up my faith just because I want to be able to use the miracles in the game. Because I feel like being able to heal is going to be very valuable a little later on, especially when we're going to have to go through giant gauntlets and we're going to want to have to defeat everybody. Intelligence is good, but it's only so good in my opinion. We also didn't get pretty much any of the, you know what, we're going to level up faith as much as we can. As you can see, we also got the Soul of Quelaag. In the other Dark Souls games, you can pretty much get the souls of every single boss you find, and you can turn each of them into a boss weapon. In this game, it's only a few of the bosses that can have boss weapons made from them. And I actually think I'll probably be making Quelaag's Fury Sword, which is one of the two. I could also make the Chaos Blade, but it's not as I feel like it's not as useful. It is pretty cool, and it is a katana, which is also really cool. And we could go down here and see what there is to see down there. But I think we'll come back when it's more appropriate for us to be going down to that area. So now we're going to have to run all the way back to that bonfire. And there's one more thing we're going to want to do. Can we still do a roll? We cannot. Can we do a roll if we take off our gloves? No, we cannot. All right. That's another thing we're going to want to level up. Now that we're into this period of the game, I think leveling up's definitely going to be important. Primarily because we're going to need to wear decent types of armor. And you can see all these eggs. I would imagine Quaylana, she probably laid all these eggs. It's probably what she was busy doing while the other one was busy protecting them. I actually enjoy, like, love that character so much that I ended up buying like a sticker pack from like Redbubble in a time where I was on the internet. I was like, oh, I can buy this. No problem. And like, I wanted to get a bunch of Darksouls stickers because I thought it'd be cool to put like at least one of them on my PC. So I bought a bunch. And the one that I ended up putting on my old PC was a Quaylana sticker. And it was pretty cool because it looks like the Starbucks logo and she's like the mermaid in that. It's cool. I like it. Just gonna run past this dude. I'm going to want to stop at that bonfire because there's an area that we're going to want to go to. I was going to say, I'll leave the E-Auto equipped because again, they're at the same level of usability because they're both +5. Thank you. Thank you for hauling a boulder at me. This is the difference in abilities. It has, I would guess, I don't know. It's like a cooler ability, I guess, than the overhand swing. But I would say it's like debatably less usable. I really don't want to die here. Really, definitely don't want to die. If we want to get some Dragon Bone, we can go back up into that area. But since I really don't think I'll be using anything Dragon Bone related, and I think it's going to be not necessary. I wonder if the E-Auto has like slightly better dex scaling. So we're going to try to get our second Estus upgrade. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I would say having the Estus upgrade for that boss fight was pretty essential because your Estus is really garbage early on. I also might be grabbing another shield as well. I mentioned it the last time we were up in this area, in the Valley of the Drakes portion. This is one of my least favorite areas in the entire game. Essentially, those those really annoying areas, guys that essentially toxic to you the whole time you were in the early part of the map. Yeah, they're back with a vengeance. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm not going through this BS anymore. I'm just grabbing this, and I'm out. I'm out. If I can teleport out of here, I will. But if I have to die, I have to die. It's a really garbage area. I could have gone through the whole thing, but it's actually pretty difficult, and you can skip it. I mean, I sort of skipped it. I sacrificed some of my souls there, but I think that's okay. I think I can make peace with that, and not have to go back there to try to get them back. I think there's probably other items you can get in there, but the only thing we're really looking for was that Estus upgrade. Now we're going for a shield. This shield is good. If you've been wondering why my characters had like a little green aura around them, actually I really don't like the green aura just because like you know, I'd rather just have my guy looking like a normal guy, not having like a weird like buff aura around him all the time. Unless I have power within, which I don't think I'll be getting on this run. Unless I go back off camera, which I probably won't do. Also, I almost don't want to use power within because a lot of people say it's overpowered and they took it out of the other games because of that. Though I might have to go back just because like it's so good. Especially when we have to fight I think his name is Magus or Mangus or something like that. I like the big dark final boss of the DLC. He's so freaking difficult to fight. Very fun though. I had a lot of fun fighting pretty much every single boss in the game. I don't think there's you know, I used to think that some of the bosses were just stupidly difficult. Once you like actually like get good at like what the game actually is, I think you have a much easier time. Do I want to fight all these guys individually? This time I will. This time I'll try. Getting some free hot hits off. And a free backstab. Forgot that I wasn't using my Uchi Katana for a sec there. That can be kind of dangerous too. The nice thing about the Iato, I think, is like if you want to have a guy who can like quickly do his move, because I think that his the Iato move is a lot quicker than the other one. There's a few different katanas in the game, and I intend on getting all of them. Don't know why I like katanas so much. It's probably because I'm such a weeaboo. I think, you know, Western media really makes the katana seem like a really amazing sword. I know, like my first ever like introduction to like katanas in movies. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I'm a real dork. We're gonna go all the way in on all of the dorky topics. The first time in Western media that I think I saw a katana was in Kill Bill, and it was so, I think, well presented in Kill Bill, just because there's so much respect put behind the weapon and like the craftsmanship and all that. The Hattori Hanzo blade, man. Everyone thinks of Hattori Hanzo when they like. I think Western people, when they think of somebody who's really good at making a sword, they think of Hanzo, even though he's fake. Maybe he was probably based on somebody real. Let's be real. Didn't want to repeat myself there, but I did anyway. Because I'm not a robot. Okay, so in this next area, the Valley of the Drakes, this is where we died with all of those souls earlier. This is like the valley of really good weapons that you can sacrifice yourself to get. I don't remember which is the one I need. I need the shield. That's not the shield. That's the shield. Well, I have enough health to take at least one hit. Soul of a Proud Knight is useful as well. I guess we're just running away from this guy. You know what? We're going to make one more attempt at that ring that I was trying to get. It's debatably one of the best rings in the game. And if I die, I die. I figured I might have to sacrifice one of my lives to... I wish I had something to defend myself against lightning. Because lightning does a ton of damage to pretty much anybody. I always thought this area was very interesting. Because, like, why? Valley of the Drakes, why? Well, I just like think like, why do these guys like, why do they use lightning? Oh, come on. Didn't think I'd make it. Didn't think I'd make it anyway. I love how you like basically heard me get like electrocuted in real life after I got electrocuted in the game. No, I just think like, why do they have like the lightning spell as their breath? Mostly because like, you know, in the game, usually lore has something to do with each of these characters. Like, as you saw, these guys we're fighting right now, they kind of look a lot like Quelaag, don't they? Actually, like when you look at their faces, it almost reminds me of the you can see what like this person used to be. Oh geez, maybe this isn't the best time for a lore through. But you can kind of see that like it's kind of like the Quelaag archetype, where it's like the human on the top and the monster on the bottom. But clearly they weren't powerful enough to keep their original forms. No, I just like think of the I think of the lightning ability, because one, you never see lightning in the game really. And like, why? Mostly because like it's kind of hard to get. You have to like level up your faith ability a lot, and I'm just like, well, why do dragons have anything to do with faith? And it seems like they're guarding the entrance to the New Londo ruins, which is a very messed up area in terms of lore, because like there's like essentially just like a ton of dead people in there. What? Yeah, sure. Sorry, that was just my fiance coming in asking me if I would eat some sausages, and I said yes. As you heard, obviously. Am I stupid enough to try to go for that ring one more time? Yes, I actually am. I'm going for it. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm going for it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that stupid ring, even if I have to run past that dragon who's probably already awakened. You know what? No shield either. No shield. Look, Mon, no hands. Well, that was the hardest part of Dark Souls I've ever had to fight. I'm going one more time. I know this is a suicide mission. Yep, it's definitely a suicide mission. I've already said that I was going to do it, so I have to go for it. Hello, Mr. Undead Dragon. I just need to just get by you real quick. It's okay, Mr. Undead Dragon. I don't mean to, you know, bust on your steez, as it were. Bust on your steez. I think steez means I don't know. I watch too much. I watch too much gameplay content on the internet. People like just devolve into insanity. All right, we made it. We made it past. There are much faster ways to go about this. But I'm determined because I want that ring, because I want to show it to you. That was one of the most creative kills I've ever seen. That was one of the most creative kills I've ever seen in the game. Just swept me with the tail. Just swept me right with the tail. I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to get even. Because we're going a fourth time. That's right. Hopefully when I'm editing this down for YouTube later, I'll, you know, do my little intros, and then I'll, do my little intros. When I'm editing it down for YouTube later, I'll add the Benny Hill music and just, put that in as I try to go back to each of these locations. This is just the easy, fun part of the stream. I wanted to stream during the daytime as much as I can, because, you know, I got neighbors, and I don't want to, you know, be streaming until like odd hours of the night. I know it's probably boring to see me go back and forth, but you know what? I wonder what would have the most lightning resist. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think we're gonna die. Because we basically have to Dragon's Lair this whole section, which is funny because it is the Dragon's Lair. I need to like move my little guy as much as possible in the right time and not get swept up by the dragon's tails. I really do think that ring will be a substantial upgrade. And it's actually probably so good that I can probably remove the Ring of Favor and Protection, although it has clearly been doing some good work for us. I don't think so. Look at my gold armor. Look at it. Just look at it. You can get mad all you want. You can burp into the air as much as you want, but I got this gold armor, and you're probably really jealous. You know, it was probably really dumb for me to spend my hard-earned money on it, but it just looks so pretty. Okay, one more suicidal attempt. If I don't make it this time, then the next time I try to go for this ring will be probably a little bit like much later in the game when I have to go defeat Sif. So let's hope I make it, because I really think this would benefit us a lot. I wouldn't be going for it as hard as I have been if I didn't think it was going to be useful. Getting out of dodge. That guy's not so hard to go up against. There's other cursed dragons like that. He kind of reminds me of the gaping dragon. I hate the name of the gaping dragon. Why couldn't they have picked a more a less suggestive sounding name? Although maybe it's just my mind that is dirty when I think, you know. He almost did it again. He almost did it again. How upset do you think I would have been if he would have got me again with his tail? I'd wager pretty upset. This is the moment of truth. We have to trigger the ability and then just intelligently get out of the way of it. Running in this direction, and this direction. And I was looking for this. Please make it. Please just make it. Oh, it rushed up the ladder at me, but I actually did make it. This is actually excellent because this ring is really good. Oh yeah, that was the last time. The red tearstone ring, you might have remembered its brother, the blue tearstone ring. Boosts attack when HP is low. I believe it boosts your attack significantly. And I'd love to go back the way I came, but I don't think it's going to be working out this time. We're going to use a homeward bone. We haven't gotten that much farther, but you know what? I'm going to take another break. That's right. That's right. I'm the streamer who takes a lot of breaks. That's what's going to happen. we're back doing some more irresponsible Dark Souls playing. I've been playing for like, I don't know, 4.5 hours now, I'd imagine. And, you know, I'm not that far. You know, I would say actually I made a decent amount of progress in the first 3 hours. What is my goal for the end of the stream today? I don't know. Just wanted to get as far as I possibly could. Because, you know, I really do, I wanted to make the Brainiac Live Super Show a super special event with thousands at the opening. But I think we have we've had one viewer, maybe two, roll in through here. What's my point about like nobody you know what? It doesn't matter how many people watch the first one. That's my problem with making any content is I always feel self-conscious. It's like, well, no one's gonna watch it. It's like, well, yeah, you gotta make videos or else no one's gonna see that you've made a decent amount of content and subscribe to your channel. Because it doesn't matter how many kind of doesn't matter how if you make a video that gets a lot of views, like no one's gonna stick around if you don't have a bunch of content on the channel. And playing Dark Souls is one of the games, again, it's one of the games I've wanted to Let's Play for the longest time. The original was probably my favorite of the generation. A lot of really good games came out on like the Xbox 360 generation as well. Like, I don't know if you class Halo 3. Yeah, I would class Halo 3 because it came out on the same consoles, the same generation. And my cat has joined me. Say hello to the world, Spinelli. She's probably been upset that I've been streaming for like 4 hours. Wants a little bit of love. Got anything to say, Spinelli? Usually pretty chatty. I'll let her sit in my lap for this part. And, you know, why break tradition? Why fight all these guys when you can just run right past them? Pretty dumb that they all, like, growl right before you see them. I mean, I can see why that'd be imposing when you're in the depths, but in this part of the game, it's fine. And, you know, I got that ring. I'm very thankful that I did. I want to check out the item description of it in a sec once I'm safe. I'm sure they won't be able to follow me that far, and if they do, it'll be hilarious. The rare gem called Tearstone has the uncanny ability to sense imminent death. This red Tearstone from Karim boosts the attack of its wearer when in danger. It's known to be a pretty good ring. I feel like it's probably like just really good in PvP, but in PvE you want to keep your life pretty high. But if you're in danger, having the boost is pretty nice. You know what might be silly? This might be... you can't... That sucks. It sucks that you can't use the strong attack for the weapon that's in your offhand. Because being able to have... Yeah, which weapon... Like, which... Being able to slash both ways. Again, I look cool, but am I effective? Probably not. You never don't have a shield equipped. That's an easy way to get killed. All right, and we have Estus Flask +2 now. Okay, so where do we want to go now that we've opened up both ends of the world? We're gonna want to go back to We're going to want to go to the area called Sen's Fortress, and the easiest way back is this way. The game is starting to open up where we can go in different directions. We are kind of just mainlining the game as much as possible. But I'm sure we'll go off the beaten track many times. Like the Undead Asylum, it's getting more and more doable all the time. Although I wouldn't want to go down there before I get everything leveled up. Sorry, I'm just looking at the texture of my my zombie. It looks like he's almost stitched up, but it's probably just the skin not healing back right. Enemies can still definitely kill you at this point, so you gotta always be careful. Even if you can kill them in one hit. I would definitely like to get the full set of this armor eventually. It's in my plans, but I'm not really in a spot that's good for soul farming, and I don't know if I'm going to do any soul farming. I think I'm just going to try to play the game as much as I can. I don't want to stop, too long, because I realize this is, watching somebody play a game like this, it's kind of like, getting to see kind of like an amusement park, because, you don't have to spend as much time in the game as you would if you had just played Dark Souls by yourself, because a lot of these areas would take a long time to get through the first time. Trust me, I know from experience, man. This game is quite tricky. So this is Sen's Fortress, an area that causes probably a lot of people a lot of grief the first time through. But I would say veteran players, I think, really love this one. Well, that was excellent. I'm probably going to switch back to the Uchigatana. Because one, I'm just more used to using it. Because across all the games, it's the one I definitely use the most. The Serpentmen, like, I would definitely say they're definitely a really tricky type of enemy. When you get to this area of the game, if you don't have an upgraded weapon, you're in a bad spot against them. Although, how would you have beaten Quelaag to get here if you didn't have some sort of upgraded weapon? I feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy right now. Very turn-based. That's the nice thing with the Uchigatana. Like, you can really, if somebody's like, if someone's just spamming attacks at you, like using one attack takes no time at all. What's nice is that guy triggered the enemy arrow trap. This is essentially just like a giant trap staircase, essentially. So here's a sleeping enemy. We can move a contraption up there, and Boulder will come down and open up a secret area. Although I'm not really that focused on sorceries this time around. Clearly, since I have them and I'm not using them at all. I also upgraded my faith as much as I could, but haven't. I thought that boulder was going to hit me for sure. I have plans for my faith stat. I'm just leveling it up now. Although I should have probably upgraded my endurance or my HP. There is a lightning spear on this level as well, and I don't get it for the same reason I don't like to get the Drake sword, and that's just because, like, it's kind of like, you know, you can get it and it'll do a ton of damage, but it just kind of, you know, if you have like a weapon you really like, it kind of feels, I feel like I'm betraying my weapon, you know, for a little more damage. Also, with the amount of time I have with these katana type weapons, definitely would, like, I might do more damage, but I'll probably do a lot worse in the game. I hate this part of the game. Died here many times. One of the most frustrating parts of Sense Fortress. I hope I can make it. I did. Just by the skin of my teeth. There's supposed to be an enemy at the end of this corridor, but I guess there's not. See, now, if you really stuck with using the whip, this would be like the most Indiana Jones you could get in Dark Souls. Very cool concept for an area, especially when, like, you've been playing in, like, such classical RPG settings. This is very different. How many times am I going to be able to hit this guy before he gets to me? You're one of the worst soldiers of all time. That's why, like, I can't really imagine playing as a sorcery character, although you would have probably upgraded your catalyst and, like, you'd be doing a lot more damage. Joke's on me. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Wow. First off, that was already switched, so I can't even blame that. What should I do? Run at it blindly? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. A magic weapon here. Ah, sucks that missed on the last one because it can normally kill them. See, I told you these guys were tough. Gotta take them serious. Didn't even have my shield out for that first kill. And he's dead. If we end up using the Chaos Blade, which I cannot see myself doing, mostly because I always want to make the Chaos Blade work, which is the weapon the katana you can create after you, oh, well, that corpse just fell into the pit. It's the katana you can create once you get later on in the game and you can turn boss souls into weapons. You can create Quelaag's Fury Sword, which is like a curved sword that is kind of like a replica of the weapon that Quelaag uses. And by kind of, I mean really. And by, oh no. Oh, this is not good. If I can get this off, good. So if you want to use boss weapons, this is a good area to be. And if you don't want to use boss weapons, it's not a good area to be. But since I have no interest, I'm just going to leave. Oh, geez. That's horrifying. This is what happened. This is why you don't want to give snakes arms, people. This is what happens when you give snakes arms. Ugh, I'm gonna come after you. Looks like this guy's been through hell and back too. Was that the guy from the... I feel like it was. I think the guy who knocked us off of that pedestal in the first place chased us all the way through. That was one determined enemy. I've never seen an enemy with that much determination. Well, at least now we don't have to fight him on that pass anymore. Now the big question is, how much do I get stuck in Sen's Fortress? Sometimes when I play through Sen's Fortress, it doesn't take me much time at all. Sometimes it takes me a while. Really depends on how I'm feeling at the time. I really hate that I'm going to have to go back up the area with the boulders and the stairs. Come on. I know you're coming. I also, I know I haven't mentioned it, but I apologize for all the junk behind me. We're having a baby, and to have a baby, you need to have a lot of stuff to have a baby. And a lot of the stuff behind me is baby stuff. Some of it's not, but most of it is. And I figured you want to see my face. Because who's going to watch a streamer if you can't see their faces? I feel like I was late on that one. I feel like I'm a little too late on it, but I hope I can make it. I'm very surprised I was able to survive that hit there. Gonna have to use another one of my S's, which I don't like doing. So I've used a bunch already. I fell down that pit. Enemy there, okay. Don't think the enemy above triggers until you get close enough to him. I hope he doesn't anyway. It's funny, a snake with, chainmail or scale mail. You know how long it took to do this with magic? That's why magic sucks. This is where we died earlier on. Definitely does more damage than we do, but it's a good thing you can kind of just spam this. And he's dead. We made it. So that's pretty much all of the you know what, we better run. We better run. We are in danger of getting firebombed right now. As you can hear, but not see. Should we level up something? Yeah, I do want to use my level ups on Faith. There will be some Faith spells that we'll be able to use eventually. I don't even want to get Lightning Spear. Like, I kind of want to get it just for the playthrough so I can, maybe finish off a guy with a Lightning Spear, but man, that spell sucks. It's not what it should be. It's basically never been what it should. I mean, I feel like Lightning Spear was so good when Dark Souls 2 first came out, and ever since then they just totally shat upon it. If we jumped over there, we'd be, you know what, we have to go over here. I don't want to, but we have to. If we want to unlock a shortcut anyway. So this guy sells large Titanite shards, which is super good. In retrospect, I could have spent the abilities that or money that I was using on Faith on that, but I have to level up my Faith at some point if I want to use Sunlight Blade later. And now we have to go back up the stairs. So, you know, I really hate going into this area because, like, there's always the risk of falling on that first jump, and then also you have to go up all these stairs. And there's no guard railing. I could fall off these stairs at any minute. I don't think those stairs are up to code. Oh, made it. What a clutch. I mean, I feel like no one's impressed at all. I feel like when you're watching Dark Souls, you just expect the guy to make it. I don't even think I really need to go back down here, but this is how good we are against Balders now. I feel like this guy's like a more advanced Balder because he seems like he's taking a ton of damage. I don't think there's like nothing to do, right? Yeah, because that's not even a illusory wall. But it is cool because you kind of do get like a cool vantage point here. You can see the giant who's loading boulders. And you know that giant pain in the butt that we just went through, now we can just totally bypass it. Sen's Fortress is good. There's a lot of goodies in Sen's Fortress as well. So it's a cool area to have to come back and revisit, but it's nice that you can just easily skip it. Didn't really think I'd take damage in the cage, but, you know, that's fair. That's real fair. I do think Sen's Fortress is also interesting because there's kind of two elements to it, the top and the bottom. Now I gotta kill this giant. Usually pretty easy, but I found in this Let's Play that things that I normally do super well against, I die against when I'm recording them. Feels so bad for him because like his attacks are so horrible. Feels like he's used to fighting people his own size. We're just gonna traverse the white light and do our best. We only have 4 heals. Hopefully we won't need too many of them. This guy's not too hard. This is the Iron Golem. Compared to the area that he's the boss of, he's not that hard. Really glad I didn't get grabbed there. This ain't my first rodeo. I've dodge rolled before. Sometimes knowing when to dodge roll is the key, though. Also, my weapon is so bad against anybody with armor on. One of the many benefits of the Uchi Katana. Maybe I can get a clutch bleed off on him, though, but maybe not. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. I was gonna... You know, if he had gotten me at the right point, I would have been screwed for sure. It's fine. Wasn't even attacking with his axe, which I cannot recommend. At least his grabs are super telegraphed. I shielded that too. It's a testament to how much damage he does. All right, we're out of Estus's basically, so we're in a hard spot. Okay, my cat let. I blame Spinelli for that one. I blame Spinelli for that one. I tried to adjust to a more comfortable position and she abandoned me. It's horrible. It's horrible. Is there anything that we have that would be better against an armored foe? Nope. Not really. Not really. The Astora Straight Sword is pretty good. And it does 160 faith damage. I'll give it a shot. We're going to give it a try. We're going to try a weapon that's not our main weapon. Mostly because, like, the damage I was doing to that guy was absolutely abysmal. I feel like because I haven't been power leveling my dexterity as well, that's also gonna hamper me in the damage department. Because, yeah, you couldn't even see anything on that. You couldn't see anything on it, I swear. I'm hoping this weapon's gonna do more. I feel like not even that much more. Do I want to use this weapon? I feel like I'll give it my best shot. I'll give it my best shot. It looked like I was it looked like on the menu that I was gonna do more damage, but I probably not gonna be doing more damage. I know it wasn't doing that much physical damage, but I figure with the faith, it might do something for us. It's also a cool sword. I like it. I feel like I should have just stuck with my main weapon. Rolled out of the way of his fist that time. Could have easily killed us. Again, I really am thankful for any grab that's super telegraphed. After the Gaping Dragon, that was horrible. Ever been grabbed so much in my life. I think now, since his legs keep getting attacked, now he can be made vulnerable. If I can just do this right. what? I'm taking a second, and I'm equipping my main weapon. Maybe that weapon was doing more, but I feel better with this sword, and since they're pretty much not different, the amount of damage they're doing is pretty negligible. Oh. Yeah, I'm doing like 20s and 40s. Maybe that weapon was better. Hopefully I can equip it before I die. Let's run to the end of this bridge and try to equip this weapon before we die. Store a straight sword, that's what we want. It's funny because you'd think that Solaire's weapon would be what the Sunlight Straight Sword is, but it's not. So let's see, what damage is this weapon doing? Yeah, about the same. Just wasted a bunch of time and probably a lot of Estus, but you know, we got 16 humanity. What better time to pop it than when you're recording, you know? Yeah, you know what? I'm switching my weapon again. That's right, I'm a madman. I just feel like it was much easier to rack up a lot more hits with the Uchi-Katana. Even though technically I'm doing less damage per hit. Alright, we're down to humanity. If there's any humanity left in the world, I'll win against this Iron Golem. Like the way I said that? I definitely did. Almost rolled right into that attack. Sometimes not having any targeting is actually a lot better in these boss fights. Looks like I'll be able to take down his legs once more. It's good because it's been a long fight. Come on. I can't even remember which leg was weak. I think that was a pretty good roll, if I do say so myself. And I do. Another good roll. I might be under-leveled as hell. But I'm doing good work. Yup. If I die, hubris. hubris. Get out of the way. Get going, you silly little scoundrel. He's almost dead. I'll let him come to me. Come on. Feel like got stunned for a second there. Now it's time for a tactical retreat. You know, I could just say retreat. You know, saying a tactical retreat just lets you retain some of your masculinity when you do it. Hopefully I won't have to use any more humanity for this boss fight. And he's finally dead. Another boss down for the count, and a boss that oftentimes can cause a lot of trouble. We got 4,000 souls, so we're definitely going to go back and we're going to finally get all of the rest of our armor set here. Because I also probably want to level up the Uchikatana as well. And I'm definitely going to use these, even though I probably won't use the weapon that I'm making from it. But I won't be using anything from the Iron Golem. There's nothing for this character that would be useful. Might as well use these now. It's always fun to use the big souls, especially because of by this point in the game you get a feeling for how many souls are generated based off of like what you're killing. So I wish I knew off the top of my off the top of the old dome piece here. Oh, got it. I wish I knew off the top of the dome how many large Titanite you need. I'll play it by ear. It's probably just 10, right? I'm gonna bet on. Let's just say 10. Oh no, it's not gonna be 10. You know it's gonna be 15. I know it's gonna be 15 in my heart, because it's never gonna be as simple as you want it to be. I just want to get that full armor, but I think focusing on our weapons is going to be way more important.
There you go, another brave soul.
And I think I should still be able to get the gloves, which is important to me. Now, time to go back to Andre of Astora. Get in the old cage here and let's snake rattle and roll. I'm playing it too close with these pendulums. Okay, I can't see. These guys should stop chasing me, once I get up to this door. The Undead Parish is not your jurisdiction, okay? Don't even need to worry about it. Look at them sauntering back. You know, you guys can walk with your backs facing me. That's fine. All right, let's reinforce our weapon. Oh, first we got to modify it, actually. Uchikatana +6. And then let's see how many times we'll have to reinforce it. I have 19 shards. I probably should have checked to see how many I actually had in my equipment base. All right, we got plus 10. That's actually really good. Should I upgrade my e-auto? I feel like having a plus 10 e-auto would be really nice. But I'm also thinking I'm going to save the souls for now. I don't want to waste the souls. It's not even that many souls to upgrade it, and I have so much of my large Titanite. I can't not do this at this point. It took way less Titanite than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I was able to fully ascend 2 weapons. And there's one last thing I want to get. It's really important. When I stress how important this is, you guys got to believe me. It's so important. To the aesthetics of this game, you know? The nice thing is when we're done with our little fetch quest here, which, by the way, is all going to be over soon, and maybe at the end of the stream, who knows? I don't know if I could beat Ornstein and Smo on my first sitting here, but maybe. If I play my cards right. There's a lot of things I could be buying here. A lot of really useful stuff. But what I want is over here. We done did it. We made the most difficult jump in gaming history. We did it. Ring of Sacrifice, really important item. But the more important guy is right here. I want... So I could get the Helmet of the Wise, which would be... It would be pretty sick. Do I want the Horn Helmet or do I want the Gauntlets of the Vanquished? You know what? I think we'll earn this later. We'll earn it.
Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have
That was a fine trade. Oh yeah. My gauntlets actually fit my character now. Now that we've done that super important thing, let's go all the way back. Again, those homeward bones are so useful, and you don't have to use them all that much, so you don't have to buy all that many. At least at this point. I'm sure if you're out and you're, like, say, soul grinding or something like that, you can probably go through a lot of homeward bones, and at that point, learning homework is just really important. I could be upgrading my armor, but I think with this type of armor, the only thing that you can upgrade it with is Twinkling Titanite. And, you know, we may do like a chill stream where we just like go and we grind souls for like ever. Which, if we want to beat all the bosses, might be almost required. But it takes a long time, and I feel like you guys will judge me for how long it takes, and probably just how much of my time playing this game was probably put into just grinding for the souls for each of the characters. All right, now we can finally watch the cutscene. We've earned this one. Cutscenes are hard to come by. I think the last one was at Quelaag, so, you know. And this one's pretty memorable. Just when you beat the first boss, you think, oh, geez. Another boss to come, but no. So what I don't understand about those things, they're like demons or something like that. But are they demons out of Izalith? And if so, that doesn't make any sense, because why do they have lightning weapons? Like where do they come from? It reminds me of those lightning drakes that I was yammering on about a little while ago. It's like, why are they there? This is Anor Londo, possibly the most famous part of the game, just because of how difficult the boss is here. I think a lot of people get stuck here. Also, it's pretty popular for PvP if you are into that kind of thing. Which I am not, mostly. Never really had the best internet connection, so playing online games is not always the best option for me. Neither is streaming for a lot of the time. I've had to suffer with, I've had to deal with bad internet for a long time. This guy wasn't even necessary. These guys are generally pretty easy to kill, though, and have a lot of souls, so why not? I'm not going to attack these guys. They are defending chests, but there's nothing in the chests that I want. I'm thinking my guy looks pretty cool. Looks like he's got DLC horse armor on. Does anybody still get that joke? Man. It's been a long time since the Oblivion horse armor nightmare went on. Again, faith would be good to level up, but there is a spell that we want, but we're gonna want to level up our base stats instead. I'm gonna want some health for the Ornstein and Smo fight. So this is where the king rules, or used to rule from in Dark Souls. This is like the main castle of the guy, which again is very cool because again you get to the main castle in this one, but you don't find Gwyn's not there. It's very like I don't know. You could definitely say that it's a little anticlimactic, but I would say the climax of fighting Ornstein and Smo instead of one just giant king who's the end of the game was definitely not anticlimactic. Here's somebody who used to be a boss but is now just kind of an enemy. Although he is an enemy that doesn't respawn. Although that kind of just puts him in the same class. And I got another gargoyle tail axe just in case I need to. Kind of puts him in the class of enemies like those toxic guys, you know, who wear all wood. Not very difficult at all. It gives us a badass helmet that I cannot wear. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to wear my helmet of wisdom when I can eventually put that on. I have almost enough to get the helmet of wisdom. I'll only need like 10,000 more, you know? For a lot of people hate this part of the game. They find it's very annoying, the part between this bonfire and the next bonfire. I'm probably going to leave when my dinner is ready. I think that's reasonable. We've been streaming a long time today. I love using this microphone. I was just looking at it. The reason I love using it is it feels pro. It feels definitely good. It sounds good, which is like the most important thing. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of the microphones I used in college because I went to school for radio because I loved Let's Plays. And I always thought that Let's Plays was like, you know, what radio eventually kind of turned into, but like, you know, the landscape of media online is a lot different now. People aren't as into watching people play these games. But also, I think it's just because it's not because people aren't into watching the games anymore. It's just because like people are probably sick of the games that most people are playing. And also, most people have seen most games played. It's hard to find a game to like watching, I guess. Because like that's my problem with a lot of Game Grumps is just, you know, you go on, you watch, and a lot of the games they're playing are like these like really crappy like movie tie-in games or whatever, and I'm just not into bad games as much. They have their place. This is also a very annoying part of the game. I feel like I don't even have to say why. I feel like it's self-explanatory. You know what? I didn't cut that chandelier over there. Although it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the black armor. But for completion's sake, I guess I'll go just to show what it does. You guys better be happy. Probably not. When are people who watch YouTube ever happy? That affects, you know, it probably looks a lot better than it did in the original game. See that big statue? That lady is quite tall compared to her knights. Don't think there's anything down there I really need. At least I hope not. And if I do recall correctly, and I believe I do, there's going to be another angry gargoyle on this part of the level. We've opened up another shortcut. There he is. I knew he was coming. I'll use my Obi-Wan Kenobi sword here. This guy's getting staggered by like every other hit I'm doing. That guy stood absolutely no chance. This is why it's so annoying, because like because of the type of weapon I have, it's so much easier for my guy to take down those types of enemies as compared to anybody in armor. Still have 10 of my Estus flasks, which is really good. Didn't think that I'd get through that whole area without having to heal once. So this area kind of sucks. I'm just gonna, the first time I play through each of these, when I'm doing the game, I'm gonna try to do them properly, and then after that, I'm just gonna run through them, because you guys kind of get the idea. Also to show that I can do each of these areas, he says as he gets attacked. It's okay. He's gonna awkwardly walk backwards. I'm surprised he doesn't go ass over tea kettle and just fall right over. Walking backwards in this giant metal armor has got to be difficult. Also, I thought these were like animated suits of armor. How are they bleeding? I have so many questions. Could you imagine if we never got past the gaping dragon? I was just still there, like bashing my head against the wall. That'd be fun. All right, who's up first? I guess you're closest. No, lightning, my greatest weakness. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. If you just use your spell on these guys, they fall off the map. It's handy. I'll kill this guy a legitimate way, though. Damn, his spear does some damage against us, doesn't it? Even with the shield up. Too bad these guys have, like, nothing in the way of defense, though. And with the way my Uchikatana slashes, it's not really a good pair up for them. This is probably the worst part right here. I'm just going to run past these guys. I know I said I'd fight everybody, but come on. Come on. Everyone's most favorite. I was going to say most. It's definitely one of the most memorable parts of the game. That's for sure. You know, in gaming PR, we want to call these bad levels memorable levels, okay? These are the levels gamers most remembered. Okay, yeah. No, that's why you remember it. That's why you remember it, because it's garbage and it makes you hate your life. You know, I think this is probably as far... One more attempt. One more attempt at the stairs. I just smell my dinner. It's almost ready. It smells so good. I've said this before, but streaming really does work up an appetite. Just sit on your butt playing video games and talking clearly does a lot for you. I wonder how many calories you burn. I wonder how many calories you burn just sitting here playing the game and just watching somebody else play as opposed to talking. I wonder if it's any more or any less. So as I said before, I'm just going to run past these guys. Why not? Why play the game when you can run past it? It's not my fault that the game designers designed it in such a way that I could just easily run past these guys the next time through. Although somebody you can't run past is the guy we're going up against. So I didn't really talk about the situation that I died in. But there's two archers up on that overhang, and you have to get past one of them. And sometimes you can just kind of roll right by them or like roll into them and get them. We weren't so lucky this time. Again, those guys are easy to kill, but they're much easier to run right past. And there's these two enemies down here. I'm not even going to sweat it at all. So, as you can see, the demon archers from hell. We're going to have to kill one of them. Thankfully, their bows are super slow. I'm just really hoping I can get past this guy with not too much difficulty. And I died. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm rage quitting. That's right. That's right. That's how we're ending this stream. I mean, we got pretty far. I mean, we got to Anne Orlando. But I'm done. I'm done. Let's go to the main overlay and then let's wrap this show up. Oh, yeah, we're at the main overlay now. You know I'm going to put on some funky tunes. To roll it out, my name's Brainiac, otherwise known as Taylor DeGrace, if you want to know me. I had a really fun time on the stream today, and if you guys did, make sure to follow or whatever. I streamed for like 5 hours. It's, I think, the longest I've ever streamed. And I think next time we'll probably get back into Dark Souls and try to beat it. Or we might play something else entirely. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Castlevania, like the originals, so that might be fun to stream as well. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and yeah.